Oh, yeah, I forgot. Let me fix that real quick. That is so much better. Jin Kazama. Show me the way. Can I get to the yams? Yam sweet. Yam.
They getting hurt or something getting broken, and they would do like the opposite of foreshadowing by like cutting the frame of the thing exploding at the end of the video, but then continue the video. So you'd be seeing like a 10-second video of a skateboarder trying to trick, and it would keep cutting to the last frame where he's got like he like hits himself in the dick with the board, and then you just watch it anyway because you want to like this subtle foreshadowing. Okay, here's subtle foreshadowing. Dun dun. 10 points. A 10-point win. Despite all the millions and millions and millions of dollars he spent, the illegal election lottery where he handed off two $1 million fake checks, one of whom went to a group Republican organizer, surely by coincidence. Literally by coincidence, they both lose. A 10-point goddamn margin. Yeah, it looks like there's a new mandate. Of course, they're whining about this being, cheating or whatever, but...
through judicial trickery. And in fact, in general, there's a huge problem with activists that are actually politicians in judges' robes. And that needs to stop. It's undermining the integrity, the reality, and the perception of the integrity of the legal system.
Holy shit, I didn't see this. This was his coat post? I expected to lose, but there is value to losing a piece for a positional gain. The self-application of slammed car door on dick, masterful game of skill. Unbelievable coding. It boggles the mind how stupid you have to be to type something like this out and think it'll land with anyone. Actually, I meant to spend millions to run election lottery illegally, but then lose. Just one step in the grand game. Holy step, so I'm glad. The check isn't simple enough, it doesn't have chemistry. That's why I prefer stock right. What did he say with the first? Remember that old post of his where he was like, I don't like chess, it doesn't have chemistry. final, Jill Underlee only 5 points over Brittany Kinzer. That's not necessarily like a perfect litmus test. You don't know for sure that's representative, but it's probably indicative at the very least. At the very least, you can say for sure that Elon's attempt
And we back
Yeah,
with
I've
it.
seen these clips of Brad Schimmel.
Oh man.
But it doesn't love you anymore.
I don't even want to watch them. I'm pretty sure we even went through one of them before. Brad Schimmel admitted to having, quote, psychologically beat the daylights out of his 8-year-old daughter. Me, if I had a
What?
child and I was saying that I would offer them the last cookie in the cookie jar, if they could beat me to debate as to why they needed it. I want it. Well, your wants aren't your needs. Have you thought about that? I want lots of things, but if I tried to achieve them, I wouldn't be able to achieve the other things that I need to achieve. Have you considered that, the opportunity cost of what you want versus what you need? But I want it! Okay, well, that's an ad hominem. Son, you're going in the hole. You're going in the pit.
You're going into
I pulled
fire up the
a
oubliette.
large key ring with like a... Sorry, there's like a trap door in the backyard. That's not even ad hom, that's the joke, thank you. You make a great parent one day when your kid tells you jokes and you're like, I don't understand it. April Fool. Second clip services for Brad Schimmel admits to bringing his young daughter to theaters. That's cool, man.
And she said, but you come home from a day of that kind of work, and you don't talk to your family for half an hour after you get home. Decompress. Yeah, I gotta go decompress. She said, my kids are little, they're in grade school, and they want to tell you about their day, and you can't, because you got to do that first. And she said, you don't talk to your kids, you interrogate your kids. I was like, what? But she reminded me of an example. We had picked up my older daughter, she was 7 or 8 at the time, and she had told a lie, the kind of lie an 8-year-old tells. It's nothing. But we're driving home from picking her up at her friend's house, and I adjusted the rear view mirror in the truck so I can see her in the back seat. So I got her. Boom. And I was driving, and I started asking her questions about this story she's telling me. I started catching her inconsistencies.
Holy shit, I thought I was doing a bit. I didn't realize that this unironically what we were talking about. Like,
And I got her. All of a sudden, I get a Perry Mason moment. You don't all know what that means. But I get a Perry Mason moment. All of a sudden, she's confessing on the witness stand in the back seat. And I'm feeling good like the next witness.
you saw you're talking to an 8-year-old. Okay. I just can't imagine bragging about this.
She's crying. My wife's looking at me like I'm a monster. And she reminds me, that's not right. It's not healthy, You do what you're too deep. You gotta get a step back from the front line. She was right.
Do you ever notice, like, I feel like this is like a recurring trait of this kind of guy, which is that they will tell stories that make them look really bad, and their wives in these stories will acknowledge that they look bad, but they clearly never take their wife seriously, even though they agree with them. I feel like I see a version of this all the time, where it's like, yeah, the wife told me that was a bit much, so I said okay. But they don't actually think that. They're more thinking in their head, like, well, I'll style it down for social convenience. But they're not reflecting on the whole, like, you're being a rude thing.
Introducing Blueprint Cloud. Our new experience to help you design your lifestyle. Built by designers to take you more creative possibilities in your life.
The University of Massachusetts standards are a revolutionary creative life to our veins.
Inspired by
To think in new ways.
the Challenge Convention.
Here. Want to see a good person, I assume? Talk?
So today, Wisconsinites fended off an unprecedented attack on our democracy. That's right. Our fair election and our Supreme Court.
Isn't it crazy how her chronology and soul shape suggest her character? I hate to keep harping on this, but it is kind of insane how you look at Schimmel and you look at the other woman we were looking at, Rebecca Bradley, and the equal rooted, like it didn't shake them, you know? And with her, she just seems like quite nice. You pause in a frame of her and she just looks like she paused in a frame of a video. Listen, I'm not saying there's any scientific basis to chronology. I'm only saying that if there was, the people who have historically employed phrenology would not be happy with my conclusion, as derived impartially from the evidence, okay? They would not like the conclusions that I would get. Me with the skull of, like, Heinrich Himmel, and, like, a retractor and a little, like, compass, and I'm like, Yeah, the calipers.
And Wisconsin stood up and said loudly that justice does not have a price. Our courts are not for sale.
Yeah, I'm noticing. I'm a noticer. I'm noticing all the people I hate are ugly and stupid. Give me the... It's a little longer. Give me the thing. Give me the thing. 41 seconds? That doesn't sound like a full speech. Where's the full speech? Victory. Here you go. It's a full speech. What a victory. Give me the full speech. Here, hold on. There we go. People linking me like little 10-second clips.
Wisconsin,
Yeah! I'm not from Wisconsin. I'm stolen dollars.
Oh, yeah. You know, just moments ago, I received a phone call from Judge Redstone. Conclusion.
Some bitch shouldn't have done that. You could have pretended you won. Not like your face would have cared.
And I want to thank him. He was very gracious, and I wish him and his family well. And to the people of Wisconsin, thank you. Thank you for trusting me to serve you on the Wisconsin Supreme Court. This campaign has been an incredible, life-altering experience. In so many ways. And I'm so grateful to have earned the trust and support of voters across this great state. And I'm here tonight because I've spent my life fighting to do what's right. That's why I got in this race. To protect the fundamental rights and freedoms of all Wisconsinites. Growing up in Chippewa.
This is so joyous. It's actually the first good day we've had since the inauguration. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, this is the first real election that we've had, the first, like, meaningful test we've had of whether or not they'd be able to recreate the margins that they enjoyed back in the 2024 presidential. By the way, I believe in Florida, we didn't win in Florida, unfortunately, but they did not get the 30-point margin they got in 2024. I think the margin for, what was it, House 6 in, it was 14 points for House 6? No, it was 14 for House 1 and like 10 for House 6? I'm sorry. It was 14, whatever it was significantly lower than what they got in 2024. And yeah, we're only 2.5 months into the presidency. We are supposed to be in the race here.
Falls, I was blessed with a loving family. Yeah, Chippewa!
Yeah. Oh, right.
Let's go.
There's a great community where people watched out for each other.
I guess that's
And my experiences.
Get that shit back in blood, baby.
Wisconsin shaped me into the person that I am.
Oh wait, why'd I go to main menu? What the
Someone
fuck?
who values hard work, common sense.
Why was my marker down on main menu? I wanted to fight again.
Which message
Oh, well.
will resonate more with Wisconsin voters? This or
On to the next one. On to the next one. Come on, this is how you gotta do it, bro.
and then his wife told him to stop?
Fight simple, fight smart.
More likely to resonate with Wisconsin voters. So you decide.
Don't let the opponent dictate.
But I've got to tell you, as a little girl growing up in Chippewa Falls, I never could have imagined that I'd be taking on the richest man in the world.
Elon fucking Musk.
in Wisconsin. And we won.
Oh, fuck. This is an L. I don't know. I can't fight kings, man.
I've spent my whole
Ever
career
since the update,
fighting for Wisconsin as a prosecutor, a lawyer,
I just ain't
a
got
judge,
it, man.
and now we seem to be justice on the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Standing up for our fundamental rights and freedoms, protecting Wisconsin families and my promise to Wisconsin is clear. I will be a fair, impartial, and common sense justice on the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Snap your W-2 and file your taxes 100% free. Plus, you could take a seat. File free now. Less than 37% of filers qualify. Single form 100% limited. Still for eligibility.
I just realized that it was more interesting to watch the first 2 minutes than the whole thing. I mostly wanted to see her saying I didn't think it'd be taking on the Roswell piece, man. I really like that. It's just like, she's not even saying it as like an ideological side, right? With him being Republican or being Democrat. They're just like, I'm just an average Wisconsin girl or whatever. I'm just a humble, small town Wisconsin state Supreme Court justice girl. And who knew I'd be taking on the wealthiest guy in the world, you know? It's just fair. It's a birthday girl. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Ah, oh. Oh yeah, here we go. Elon Musk said he expects to lose the Constitution This is all according to Patrick. Editor's notes. Patrick lose fund your dick at a part of what people have to do for it. You get what you expect. I think some even acknowledge the results of the first election yet. I know there's been like 50 people that voted that out, so you just have to wait for a minute. You have to wait for the time to pass in 1 second per second to get there. But no, please, give me some announcements. Republicans really them overperformed because of swing state and
He got that.
Republicans emerged from Tuesday's elections on shaky footing, but the past 2 weeks, Donald Trump and Elon Musk have worked to topple the federal government. Okay, that's the better. Give me the switch. They thought we had this in the bag, but we got chair of the Republican Party in Wisconsin, Oregon County. I thought Musk was going to be an asset to this race. People love Trump, but maybe they don't love everyone he supports. Maybe I have blinders on. It does seem like...
I can't change this over.
How do I put this? It seems, okay, Elon or quite possibly is the shadow president, right? But Trump is the popular one. People voted for Trump. It seems like you have this weird dynamic where Elon is running the show. But he should be hiding behind Trump. But he's too obsessed with being out there in front. So he's not hiding behind Trump. And he's actually taking the truth that should be going to Trump. Like, Elon's popularity is falling quite quickly. Faster than Trump is. There are lots of people who like Trump that aren't sure about Elon. He should be hiding behind Trump, but he's not. It's a very weird dynamic. It's like he's half of a human shield. Like, in a way, Elon is like a heat shield for Trump. But in another way, it seems like he's actually positioning himself there of his own will. It was a bold place on the I know that. You know how I know that? Because I know that for the 12 times in the past 5 years. You literally won't shut the fuck up. But I can only go You get nothing.
Get ready for
Chuck
the
Schumer,
next
blah, blah,
battle.
blah. I really, really, really hope that Democrats don't obsess so much over criticizing Elon that if Elon does get ousted or does get like reduced in prominence in the administration, they celebrate that like it's a victory over the underlying structures that have shifted right. Like Elon is just the most like uncharismatic out
Get
there
ready for the
oligarch,
next
but then
battle.
once he fucks off and lives in Russia or whatever, they're gonna celebrate and Trump's still gonna be president.
Let's go. Round one.
He didn't even mention the responsibility.
Let's face it, stealing taxes can be intimidating. You don't want to make a mistake or miss out on the biggest refund possible. Free Tax USA takes the guesswork out of filing. We quickly check the information you input to help stop mistakes before you file. We guarantee that our calculations are 100% accurate and that you'll get your maximum refund. If you get stuck, we have experienced support agents ready to help. This year, file with confidence at freetaxusa.com.
Of course, some people bring in three Republicans. Yeah, stuff like this, man. Some people are plotting attempts and voting who says, quote, sent the repulsive message to Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and Doge by rejecting an extreme Republican stuff. He was a normal Republican. That's a normal Republican. They are all like that. Brad Schimmel is literally, if anything, the fact that he can lead the race after losing means he's more moderate than the Republican Party at a national level. We'll see how things go. Oh yeah, here we go. Commodore Pope and Randy Fine delivered a decisive 14-point victory against Josh Wheel, a Democrat who outraged Fine Davis into one bank from outside the state. Underperformed sharply compared to Trump, who won the beat record for levels of 30 points 4 months ago. Yeah, a 16-point shift in just a few months, a pretty big deal. We'll see how things go. We got to hope the good news is done. It's crazy how they really just only like Trump. Yeah, genuinely. He is a cult personality. Like, I know I've said that a billion times. You can vote for him over and over and over again. No matter how many different ways it makes itself evident. At the end of the day, like, that is what they're all kind of ending. Oh, this is what the final addendum. This is what he owns up to. After this massive growth of deliberate illusion of the Supreme Court election, is all part of like a great conservation center, etc. You know how ChatGPT put out the evil but nonetheless very impressive Studio Ghibli copyright violating plagiarism machine? Get ready for Grok anime. Turn your photos into anime using Grok. Here we're at day one of standing school. I find this so charming because it legitimately looks like those images that would go viral back in like 2008 or so of like, remember the Sasuke that somebody drew that was with the like thighs that were too far apart with the pencil, you know what I mean? Like they must have drawn in middle school. It's bringing me back. It's reminding me of my youth. The Left Young and video, yeah.
Big chillin', bro.
that
How about you, man?
Elon, who is insufferable and difficult to deal
How
with,
about you?
is a liability, is going to be gone because no one should actually do it. I don't think Trump
That's
has
good.
the liability to help with this.
You don't really be on the game anymore, huh?
My mom's boyfriend did a thing now for
That would be the
husband, wife, or whatever.
Okay. Hopefully. We miss you over here, Oak. Wait, what are you doing at the shop now?
Get ready for the next battle.
And then, well,
Either Elon is getting ousted, or this is
Mhm.
code for Trump, who's trying to placate people, but in reality can't oust him.
doing literally shit at the shop.
Get ready for
Mm.
the next
Moving to the
battle.
street comes with some Trump administration insiders and many outside allies have become frustrated with this unpredictability and increasingly view the billionaire as a political liability, a dynamic that was thrown into
Well, that's good.
Tuesday when a conservative judge from Musk vocally supported lost his bid by 10 points. I heard about that. See, the reason this doesn't land with me, the reason that I don't buy it, really, is that Donald Trump is by far the more unpredictable. I don't know if you guys
Good.
know this, but the reciprocal tariffs, the global tariffs that he threatened to
Come
impose
on.
every country on earth, which we still have no details for, the announcement for that is in 45 minutes. It's been back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and nobody knows.
Just playing the game, working, coming up with shit, trying to think of new ways to do
It might
shit.
just be that he's difficult to work with. Can you imagine being like a Republican Party insider? You're very evil, right? You're a pedophile. You missed that scene that you had, that what happened had to be done. You spent like 72 years of your life building, slowly accruing massive amounts of wealth that you use to make the country work because you hate all life. And then this like fucking retard stumbles in because he got lucky off speculation and VC bullshit, and is like parading around on stage, tweeting about rock, AI, anime.
Okay.
It's like it's gotta be insufferable. He might just be too unbearable to work with. He might just be too difficult to. I am becoming. I know the judge is with the election on
Okay, bro.
April 1st. Good job.
Listen, we here.
It's not a joke, so that's pretty epic.
Yeah, man. Be safe.
Or like Elon mannerisms are going to worm their way into my brain the way that Trump has for everyone, but like in a much worse way because Trump is very funny.
Round 4. Fight.
Do the X jump. Do the X jump. Maybe you can program Hotkey to write in chat added link failure. You guys don't do that. Legitimately, I would rather punch my own ticket out earlier than add a hotkey to my site that lets the person know when they're going to look at their link. You do not deserve that. I'm not giving you that. So what, every time I don't punch it, someone's like, oh, I gotta punch it again. Absolutely not. Maybe better for you. I promise you it wouldn't, and the fact that you think it would reveals astounding social
PlayStation Edge controller joystick replacement.
on your part. Be better. Anyway. You hate me. You hate me and you want me dead.
Round 1. Fight.
It also represents the fact that the Trump-Musk relationship a month ago when White House officials and allies were predicting that Musk was here to stay, and Trump would find a way to blow past the 130-day time you've made it so you can't call your social security office. No money's been saved. He's stolen our info. Yeah, he's dipped his balls in the effervescent white sap that pours from the wounds in the tree in the Department of the Treasury. You know, that our beloved treasurers gather with buckets and then pour into the Fed. I don't. Well, he hasn't done anything. Many others say he's unpredictable, unmanageable sources had issues communicating with members of cabinet secretaries, and through the White House chain of command led by Susie Wiles, frequently sending them into a frenzy with unexpected off-message comments on Twitter and social media platforms. Oh, I'm sure, and as opposed to Trump, who I'm sure goes through the normal chain of command anytime he wants to do anything.
Round 4. Fight.
We actually spent like 120 billion plus more on that. Have you seen the chart on like expected deficit spending if the Senate, the rumored Senate Republican discussion is like implemented?
Everybody's loving that Grubhub deal with time, huh?
Can we just stop carpooling? Amazon Prime members, you can get $0 delivery fees. Also, eligible orders only. Terms and conditions.
You cut wealthy people's taxes, and what do you get? Like, debt skyrocketed during Trump's first term. That's what happens when you pass tax cuts to wealthy. Like, what the fuck do you... Gotta pay the military? Gotta pay fucking subsidies to Tesla or SpaceX or whatever.
Fight.
That looks like the 500 billion cut reduction in Medicaid they gave. Yeah, I mean, look, like, and that wasn't even a Doge thing. Look, at the end of the day, the problem that we have here, okay, is that what happened in 2024 was an unprecedented consolidation of capital interests. Basically, every oligarch and the business class in general, so the very wealthy, overwhelmingly, you could say like it's most represented to people like Zuckerberg or Bezos or Elon or whatever, but it goes beyond that, right? It's a broader cultural shift. You have two paths you can take because people are feeling more and more economically anxious, people are unhappy with the status quo. You get, at the very least, social democracy, which includes raising taxes on the wealthy, capital gains tax, business tax, whatever, or fascism, right? And they made a choice. They made a choice, right? We know what choice they made. Now, you can oust Elon, because Elon maybe ended up being the most unpopular or the most obnoxious or socially incompetent, but nonetheless very wealthy oligarchs who supported Trump, sure. But the underlying issue isn't Elon, and it's not Trump either. It's that capital consolidation. To me, the symbol of America moving right was not Kamala Harris massively underperforming compared to Joe Biden, or Donald Trump outperforming expectations, or anything like that. To me, it was watching a clip of Joe Rogan in 2020 versus watching a clip of Joe Rogan today. That's it. That's what I think of. Every time I think about what we have to overcome, it's that. It's not about politicians. It's not even necessarily about, like, wealthy people as a group. It's about the idea that in a country where people are so disillusioned and so bored and so desperate to change things without knowing what they can change, people turn to cultural figures for answers. They turn to live streams. They turn to podcasts. They turn to cults of personality like Trump. And in an environment where you have even people like Joe Rogan become like shameless partisan advocates, like Jesse was, just fabulously regurgitating talking points that have been given to you because there's money being in it. That's the environment that you feel. That shit is really scary. Way, way, way worse than Elon on it.
Yeah, I can't play this. I'm sorry. I gotta get off. This shit is bad. This here.
Elon, I want to
Ordering a new one right now,
Trump
though.
said mentioning death threats and fake grant
See you guys later.
parts